Are you ready, Internet? You're listening to Collective Games Cast, episode 42, Ranking the Mario Games. I'm your host, Malgadar. With me is Chris, as always, but he's a little busy at the moment looking for something, so he'll be right here with us. As always, we're right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_Malgadar, just like we are every week. We did a whole bunch of updates this week on the YouTube page. All the videos are over there, too. Just search for Collective Games Cast. And our No Man's Sky video doing really well. People seem to be liking that one a lot. We also got the podcast versions, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, pretty much any other podcast app. Just search Collective Games Cast. So tonight we'll talk a little Inside. We'll talk about Metal Gear Solid 5 briefly. We'll be talking a lot about Mario games, and we might get a little bit of that Euro 2016 and Wimbledon stuff in there, if we feel like talking some sports. We'll see where it goes. I'm not really sure. Chris is taking his good old time, though. So
I'm back.
There he is. Okay. I was going to regale everybody with a gallant tale, but instead... I won't bore them to death.
I saved everybody?
Yeah, I think you might have. It could have been a bad story. So, Chris, we don't have any guests tonight. It's been a little while since it's just been the two of us hanging out doing our thing.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully some of our favorite Twitch chat people will be here, liven things up a bit. But until then, it's just me and you.
All right.
So, there's really nothing to get out of the way in the beginning. We're well done with the Game of Thrones stuff, so
yeah.
So why don't you just start? Let's knock it out real quick. What have you been up to this week?
Well, obviously Pokemon Go. That's
I caved.
You caved? It's a smart move, man. It's people. All the bad reviews I see aren't really talking about what the game actually is. Like, it's not meant to be a Pokemon game, which, once they said Niantic was the ones developing it, I knew exactly what it was going to be. But, the way I see it is, A, it gets people out of the house. B, I've seen families, like people with their families walking around. You got the mom and the dads playing Pokemon with their, 4 or 5-year-olds as they're running around in the park. Like, it's just something to do to pass time when you're out there walking, or to get you outside to actually go do something. It makes sense. It makes sense for what it is. It's not meant to be another Pokemon game. It's just one of those, you're out commuting, pull out your app. You're walking around, pull out your app. That's what I see it as. And it's fun. It's nice little, oh, look what I got type of deal,
Yeah, well, I ended up caving. First off, the pressure from Twitter, very strong. And, it's all over my social feed, and it's like I'm just not part of the in crowd, And then, peer pressure's a bitch. But on top of that, my wife's got it, my kids have it, and it's, me and her were going for a walk, and I was like, she's going to be playing this damn thing the whole time. I was like, to hell with it, I'll install it, I'll check it out, we'll see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
And I installed it, and we started walking around, and I was like, this is stupid, and then as we keep walking around, I'm, finding the checkpoints and catching the Pokemon, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, god damn it, I'm actually having fun. Damn it, I, shouldn't have resisted, man. One of us, should have just joined the Horde sooner, Now I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to get up to level 5, and, all this other
shit. I'm
shit.
gonna take over a goddamn gym. That's what's happening.
It's great, though, that, it gives me a reason to get outside, oh, well, we're going to go for a walk. Well, now it's like, well, where do you want to walk to? Instead
there's
it's
a
like...
lure over here.
Yeah, right. It's like, well, look, if we walk this route, we can hit 6 stops, and probably find some Pokemon on the way. So it's pretty cool for that, The
small local businesses are using Pokemon Go as a way to draw foot traffic. So
Not a
they'll
bad
drop
idea.
like an instance or a lure, and then everyone starts coming towards their store, and then eventually they'll get people coming in. But
Well,
yeah, it's
that's kind of what me and the missus are planning for next weekend is go downtown, you
yep.
know, just hit all the landmarks because there's probably a million landmarks downtown and bar hop and just kind of like, if there's a Pokemon right outside of a bar, grab a Pokemon, grab a drink, and keep moving. Got to keep it moving, Chris.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's okay though. It's got some charm, you know. So we'll
It's
see.
nothing great, but it's definitely a fun game.
I haven't butted up against the paywall yet, and that's really going to be the determining factor.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a paywall that's going to make you want to get it, unless you're one of those people that want to be notified. Because there's like that watch that they have where it notifies you if there's a Pokemon nearby, and it's like, I don't want to pay $15 for that. I don't want to pay for anything else unless they just stop giving you Pokeballs between the levels. Like, that's the only time I see an issue. But then you just go to the Pokestops and you go over there, you get Pokeballs from that. So, I don't know. I don't think the paywall is going to be as massive, but it is Nintendo, so.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I never played Ingress, so I don't quite know Niantic's style either.
I don't think they had many paywalls in Ingress.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the idea is to monetize it somehow, but it's just a matter of are they going to try?
Are they going to monetize? It's data mining. It's getting a bunch of data, foot traffic data from people. That's what it's about. If they can map out the way people walk, then they can map out Google Maps a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're getting something from it, rather than, and it's not. The whole thing with Ingress was that it was like a big data thing in the beginning. We're using it for fun. It's a game. But they're collecting data in the back. Yep.
Yeah. So we both did that. Anything else you get up to this week?
Obviously Overwatch, and I opened up Elite Dangerous again.
Dude, well, you mentioned Overwatch. My Overwatch update's very brief. It goes like this. I somehow didn't play it all week.
That's it?
I listened to like 3 hours of Overwatch podcasts. I spent plenty of time breaking down strategy and all with you, but yeah, did not play any. I was not in the mood this week for the challenge. Too many variables in a multiplayer game. So, yeah.
I don't know. I just like to sit down, do a little quick play. Competitive is completely different. That is, first off, it's way too long of a match.
Dude, you know how seriously I take this shit. Quick play is not relaxing in any way. Like,
quick play is not meant to toll you so much, man. That's competitive, man. Because you know in quick play there's going to be scrubs that you're going to pick up.
If there's a winner and a loser, I'm taking it competitively, man. Like, I'm going for it. That's just the way I am. I can't help it. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, so Elite Dangerous, you walked back into that.
Yeah, I just want to see if it was still, what it was. It's the same game. Nothing really exciting going on there. They've got, it's mainly if you're in battles and stuff, but like the exploring and the engineering or not engineering, the trading and the mining, that's cool and all, but the real action is when you start like battles. And that's it. But the ships for like exploring and explorer ships usually have a little more weapons on them, but like if you're doing cargo, you're just like a big moving tank. You're not going to be shooting back, but it's interesting. There could be a lot more to it. Now they have planetary landings and everything, but they could be adding a lot more to it. We'll see as time goes on.
Speaking of like games you play, I saw a post on the PlayStation blog that Kerbal Space Program's coming to the PS4.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what the controls for that game are, but does it seem like something that would be hard to get on a controller, or does it seem like something that would work well on a controller?
Well, they did it with Minecraft, so I can see them doing it with Kerbal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not as easy. It's a lot easier on PC, but it won't be a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I'll be curious to see if my son starts talking about it. Seems like the kind of thing he might get into.
Yeah.
Although it might also be too hard. I've heard achieving an orbit is quite difficult in that game.
Oh, it is, but the fun of it is blowing, your ship up and running it into the space buildings and all that good stuff. The space station.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, let's see, my week. Persona 4, let's start there. So I'm still hacking away at this. I'm finally beyond the point I was at when I lost my Vita. So it's good to, be moving forward, making progress.
Yeah.
My decision, though, to go back and start over on very easy, because I was getting a little frustrated with it last time, is starting to come back to bite me. Because when they say very easy, they meant very, very, very easy. You just level up at a skyrocket pace, and you can just blow away most enemies by overpowering them.
Damn.
So it's a little too easy, but the problem is I wanted to do it to kind of learn the game and the mechanics a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is when you're on very easy, you really don't need to, because you could just seriously dominate just with attacking if you really wanted to,
Damn.
So I'll get a better feel for the game, but yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone that low down the ladder. But now I'm like, do I want to restart and do it over again for a third time? I don't know about that. So, do I want to put another 10 hours to get back to where I'm at? So, yeah. But I am actually having fun with it, because outside of the combat stuff, I love everything else about the game. So, if the combat stuff's easy, it doesn't really bother me that much, because I wasn't really enjoying it last time anyway.
I get that.
Yeah. So, yeah, having fun with that. Maybe more to report next week now that I'm actually moving into new stuff. But, yeah, cool game. I want to at least beat it once before 5 gets here, because I don't know. I want some frame of reference of the Persona games, so being oh, I'm the best Persona 4, I beat it on hard or whatever, doesn't matter. This is more just so I have some sense of the series when the new one drops. I also had a backslide, and kind of like when you sleep with one of your exes out of the blue. I popped in Metal Gear Solid 5, and man, did I just fall right back down the rabbit hole. I was like, I'm going to do a bunch of side ops, because I was like, I don't remember how to play.
Yep.
And it wasn't that bad, because I've got I do have the stealth camo thing, although I never used it. And I have the infinite ammo bandana, so that was cool, because it was oh great, because I was missing like crazy. My accuracy was terrible. Trying to relearn those controls. I was like, I was so beast at this, and now it's I barely remember how to play.
Yeah.
But ran a bunch of side ops. Had some fun with that. Just have a ton of GMP now, so I'm just sandstorm, sandstorm, sandstorm. Just having fun with that shit. Infinite ammo with a lock-on rocket launcher is a lot of fun too, because you can just blast stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, I played around with that a bit in the side ops. I don't use that stuff on real missions, but the side ops are so repetitive and mundane. Why not have a little fun with them? But that was cool. That stuff's crazy though. I had 300,000 PF points that I hadn't used. So,
jeez.
Yeah, I was just buying up all kinds of S+ rank soldiers and all, trying to make my base better. It just shows you how long it's been since the last time I logged into that.
Yeah.
And I also started playing Inside.
Okay.
And I didn't like Limbo. Very quickly, I was like, I love the art style, but the puzzles are just too damn annoying. The gruesome deaths were pretty cool, though. I immediately just got drawn into Inside. Within 5 minutes, I was like, oh, okay. And the game has a couple twists and turns. I didn't get to the big one yet that everybody keeps talking about, so I got to try to finish that before I start doing my weekly podcasts this week, because I feel like the spoilers are going to start dropping this week, and I think I probably only have another hour or two left. So, yeah, it's really cool though. Definitely would look into that one. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
I'm planning on it. I love Limbo, so.
Yeah, the puzzles aren't as hard because but there's there's like a level of cleverness to them that's different though than Limbo. It's just really neat the way it's put together, and there's more variety, it feels like, to the game, and there's plenty of gruesome deaths too.
Interesting.
I've gotten eaten by dogs many a times, so there's a few obtuse puzzles or where it's a little frustrating, but for the most part it's really spectacular. If it wasn't 4 in the morning, I probably would have kept playing it last night, but just at some point I had to call it quits. So hopefully I'll finish that up.
Cool.
Other than that, I can't think of anything else this week, so yeah.
All right.
You want to give congratulations to Andy Murray and to Portugal and be done with the sports segment of the show?
Nah.
Okay, there is no sports segment of the show. Strike that from the record.
Didn't really care for Portugal, to be honest with you, but all right.
All right. You want to just talk Mario games then?
Let's go right into the topic.
All right. So the idea was ranking the Mario games, right? We kind of put a couple rules in before we started. One, we're only doing the console games. Getting into the handheld stuff would really
too much.
Yeah, too many games to cover in one episode. Two, none of the sports or side games. Only the core Mario games. Only the ones on console. That's pretty much it. So when we put what games would count, we came up with 12 of them. So the idea was that there would be 3 10s, right, for each person, and then 9 8 all the way down to 1. So we'd score them all based on our favorites. I don't know. That seems pretty much to be everything. Yeah. You did find your list, correct,
I did not
sir?
find my list.
You did not find your list.
No, I'm gonna have to try to go from memory.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, you're younger than me, so your memory might still work. I don't know.
My memory's been shit since I was a kid, man. That doesn't work. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. Well, I just want to open up a little spreadsheet here so we can keep track. Well, because we need the scores at the end to see what does what.
Yep. All right.
I was hoping we'd have a guest with us tonight to get a third set of scores, but screw it.
There we go.
It is what it is. So I'm going to just name the games here that we're going to have on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just as a reminder. Not to mention you might need it. Okay. So we're going to have Mario Bros., right? The original Super Mario Bros. Not Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. From the NES.
Yeah.
And we'll also have Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yep.
And also 3. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Yeah. And then we'll have Mario World. And Mario World 2. So some people might not like that. But I said, what the hell? Let's give Mario World 2 some love, right?
Good game.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's kind of weird that they called it Mario World and all that. But other than that, not so bad, right?
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. We also got Mario 64. And we got Mario Sunshine. What am I missing here?
Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, Mario Galaxy.
And
of course Mario Galaxy 2, because the 1 was good and 2 was actually kind of surprising, because if you think about how on GameCube and N64 we only got 1, so it was interesting to see that they did a second one, and then I lost my train of thought there when I went off.
Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah.
No.
So new Mario Bros. Wii. So, yeah, going with the 2D aesthetic, which is weird because we don't have New Mario Bros. Or New Mario Bros. 2 in here, but like I said, too many games.
Yeah.
Because then we would have to get into like Mario Land and all that stuff, and that was more than I wanted to do here. Yeah, some Mario Bros. Wii. What do we got? New Mario Bros. Wii U, right?
Yeah. I think you said 3D World.
Yes, that would be the last one. Yeah, New Mario Bros. Wii U, Squirrel Suit. Interesting idea. You know. And, yeah, Mario 3D World. So that means what? 2010 was the last time we had, like, a true 3D core Mario. Although, I like 3D World a lot. It's kind of different. It's like this weird, like, 2D, 3D-ish kind of thing.
Okay.
It's like 3D, but on a flat plane. Like, you can't turn the camera, you know? Yeah. It's got a lot of Mario 2 vibes, too. So if you like Mario 2, I mean, it'll definitely suit you.
Interesting.
You know? Now, yeah, how do I do this so it'll... Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not worried about that part right now so much. Oh, sorry, somebody's asking me if we're live. Of course we're live. Okay. All right, Chris, so let's start this off.
All right.
After the most thrilling part of any Gamescast episode ever, where I just name Mario games.
Well, how are we doing this?
You know what? You want to start from the bottom, work your way up, or you want to go from Mount Olympus and go to the turds?
So, go from the worst game.
You could go, like, yeah, I mean...
All right.
Whatever way you want to go, dude. It's your turn. You do whatever you like.
Well, I'm going to go with the games that I have not played. I only know about them, so it really it's not kind of fair. But we'll start off with 3D World.
An uninformed opinion is still an opinion.
Yeah. It seems like it'd be
Whether
a
or
fun
not
game.
anyone values it is another thing.
It's not like I don't plan on playing this game. It looks amazing, but it's also on a shitty system that I don't ever plan on buying.
Yeah, if the NX is backward compatible, that'll be your ticket.
That'll be if the NX is even worth it. Yeah.
Well, if it's backwards compatible, then you're buying two systems for the price of one. So, you see, you would get some added value there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but is it really worth buying the NX? Just because you got backwards compatibility? Like, no, the NX better be something amazing. It
depends if there's other stuff you want that you missed but didn't like enough to buy a system for. You know, it's something. You know. Okay, so you, by virtue of you not playing it, you put 3D World at the bottom. Yep. What else didn't you play? New Mario Bros. Wii U, right?
Yeah, Wii U.
Yeah, okay.
And I think Galaxy 2. Yeah, I only played the first Galaxy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to shake up the rankings a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, all right, you want to give us something you did play? You want to go from the top here? I mean...
What do you mean?
We got your bottom three here.
Oh, yeah, we got... am I going through all of my lists?
Yes, you do your whole...
going back and forth. All right.
I mean, we could go back and forth. You want to get like 5 of them done, and then I'll come through with a few?
All right,
then we can debate.
I'm going to go with Mario Bros. 1.
Okay. So why? Because a lot of people would argue with you on this. Why so low?
It's not my least favorite, but it's not one that I had the most fun playing. You know, people go back to the first Mario and say, yeah, I get it. It had some really good games, some really good music, but it's not one that I was like, go back to, always have so much fun playing.
The music is a classic.
Yeah.
But I went back and played it recently, prepping for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
That Mario slides like a son of a bitch. Like... The platforming is still kind of solid, but you can see like what a early State, you know.
Yeah.
So, it's not as refined as some of the later Mario games.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, I can see it being down there. I'm pretty sure it's low on my list too. I'd have to double check it. Yeah.
And then for the, what is that? That'd be 109876.
Yeah. So
No,
you're
this
getting near
is
the
the
middle
sixth
now.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sixth spot. That's tough. I don't remember.
Well, here, let's look at the options, right? So you got Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario World 2.
I wrote them all down. I got them here. I just don't have them right. All right.
All right. Just saying.
I'm gonna go with Sunshine. I'm gonna go with Sunshine. Because I enjoyed Sunshine, but it wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't grasp me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sunshine's not super high on my list, and I loved the crap out of Sunshine when I got it. Like, loved it to death. But the best purchase I made that day was the Wavebird controller, not Mario Sunshine. It's just such a weird Mario game, right? Like, the exotic locale, like Delfino Island.
The new people.
Yeah, the Delfinos and
you're trying to talk to me? Why are you talking to me? This isn't Mario.
It was a little weird, yeah, at first. What really hurt Sunshine, though, was all the water pack thing, and it was like, it's the most weird-feeling Mario game of them all. More than 2. Because even though 2 has, like, different mechanics, it's still Mario. It's still running. It's still, like, platforming. It's just, you pick things up. Like, that's the only real difference, you know. And there's a bird that you throw eggs at, but, you know, whatever. Not that weird for Mario. Having a water pack and like flying around with the water pack and spraying enemies, it was very strange.
Yeah.
And it hasn't held up well because I've also recently played that in preparation for this episode. So it's not bad. You can definitely still play it, but between like the early 3D games, I feel like Mario 64 has actually held up better than Sunshine. And I think it's because it's just straightforward Mario gameplay.
That's the thing. It's such a weird. It's not like, I think it's the only game that uses like a certain. He has like a certain tool or something. I would say like everything else was power ups that you get throughout the game, and then you get Sunshine where it's like, nope, you got to carry around this water pack, and that's going to help you throughout the game. You're like, what? But it was still good. It was still good.
Yeah, it was good. It was just strange. It has an odd feel to it. Yeah. Okay. So now you got halfway done. So now you're getting into the bigger hitters here.
Yep. Galaxy's next.
Okay.
Yep. I really enjoyed Galaxy when I first played it. Got me a little dizzy at first, but it was alright. I thought it was beautiful for one, and I thought what they did with that was very, very, very creative. I did not expect it to be that way. Yeah, especially for a Mario game, that was beautiful.
Yeah, there was very different. I mean, if you think about it, I can't think of another game that's laid out like that. Like where you can run around in like a 3D space, like those kind of gravity effects to the little planetoids and everything.
Yeah, that was completely different. I really liked the game, but that was another one that I did not like. I don't just go back to play. Maybe it's because I didn't have a Wii for too long, but I never felt like I needed to go back and play that. But that's why it's halfway down on the list. But still another quality game. Another quality game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of bad Mario games, are there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bad Mario games are generally as good as any other game. You know, like any mediocre game probably still pales in comparison to the worst game on this list. Like they generally don't mess around with core Mario games. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're not as super big on the galaxies, so your list is going to be skewing very 2D and very old school.
Oh yeah, because those are the ones that I have the most memory of going back to and still enjoying myself and feeling like, you know what, maybe I'll go play these. Yeah, so then we go back. What's this, number 4? No.
Yeah,
I forgot, because we got 3 ones.
Yeah, right. So
yeah, I have, at that spot, I have, what was it? Oh, Mario Bros. 2. This is a tough one.
it gets tougher when you get closer to the top, man.
I really enjoyed Mario Bros. 2. I thought it was weird, like it was definitely an acid trip. But,
well, it kind of was, right? Mario dropped acid and then he fell asleep, and
that was just Ambien. That's what it was.
Ambien. Like, is it? Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a very interesting concept. Play as different characters already for a second game was very odd. But each one had different abilities. So you had like the faster Luigi, or the Peach that can float across, or what did Toad do? Toad didn't have anything.
He would pick things up and dig faster.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He picked up like super fast, and when you were in the sand levels where you could dig, he just flew down them, man. You could really pick up some speed. So yeah, he was really good with that.
Yeah, this is why it's tough, because the rest of these are all really good.
Don't forget, you had easy mode, which was Princess Peach. So
float across the map.
It was like, I suck at games. It's like, all right, you be Peach, man. Okay, so you can't handle it with anything else.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 4. I guess that would be. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know, man.
I like it too, and if you think about it for its time, right? Mario 2 offers that character diversity in a way I don't really remember any games prior to that doing. Like, if you think about other games of that same time, like, I don't know, think about like Contra, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You're just 2 dudes. You both have the same abilities.
Yep.
Right? Double Dragon, 2 dudes.
Same abilities.
Yeah. Like, most of the multiplayer games at a time, or not even multiplayer, but like character games,
Yeah,
like,
they all.
Characters kind of the same thing, even when there were multiple of them.
It's pretty much just different skins.
Yeah, Mario 2 was like one of the first games I remember really offering that. Which way do you want to tackle this problem? Like, what skill set do you appreciate the most? So yeah, really cool for that.
Yeah. Next on the list, I have Yoshi's Island.
Ah, okay.
Yes. This is why I'm saying it's tough, because the next ones I've all enjoyed a lot, and they're like really, really good games. But Yoshi's Island, now that one was very interesting. You play as Yoshi, he's trying to save Baby Mario, and it's it's really interesting.
I think we've talked many times on this show about the annoying baby sound.
God, that sound is so annoying, and it makes you want to like fight back. Like, you have to like stop this baby from crying.
I never want to lose the damn kid, because I'm just like, I don't want to hear that noise. Like,
shut the fuck up.
It's like Zelda with the beeps when you're low on hearts. It's like, oh god, no. Like, it's driving me crazy. Yeah.
Interesting thing about this game is that as you're playing Yoshi, you don't get the power-ups that most Mario games had, where you fly or whatever through like hitting a box. You get them from eating, like you would normally do in World. And so you just go through, and he can swallow them and create eggs, and he can use the eggs as ammo. Or if he eats a certain one, he can fly. If he eats a certain one, he can blow fire. I was like, this is legit. Like, they just took that little concept they had back in the Super Mario World and made it into a whole game. Except the egg shooting. Now that's new. That was kind of cool. Cool little addition. And the artwork was very interesting, but very well done.
Yeah, it had a crazy art style.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to talk about like those acid trips, man. It looked like it was like drawn by like a kindergartner, man.
That was a bad trip. That's what that was. But it was done well. It was nice.
Yeah,
Everything.
no, it was. It fit the aesthetic and the mood of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Played as different Yoshis. Found out there's like a rainbow coalition of Yoshis. Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Oh man. Yeah, nah, it's a neat one. It's that one that I feel like gets forgotten as a core Mario game because it's kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to talk about, like, weird side paths for the Mario series, that's right up there with Sunshine, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
The difference is, like, this one didn't try to shoehorn into a core Mario game. They kind of said, well, no, this is something else, and we're going to build it that way, you know? So, yeah. I think that one works better than Sunshine for that reason, because it was built to be something different, whereas like Sunshine felt like they were trying to make the next evolution of Mario 64.
Instead of a side.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting down to it, Chris.
Yep.
We got 4 left here.
Yep. I am going with Mario Bros. 3. And the only negative that I have for this game is that I had to beat it in one try. Like, you couldn't play it, pause it, and go. You had to, or save and go. You had to play the whole game just to beat it.
Yeah.
I mean, now we got emulators, but beforehand, oh, God, that's a long time sitting, man.
Yeah, the newer eShop versions are more like that. Not to mention, if you remember the old NES shit, it would just start reset in the middle of a game for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just be like, no,
all that time.
You know, I just spent 3 hours on this and it's just over for no good reason.
Don't let some stupid family member come by and tap the system because there it is, you're done.
Yeah, you walk too hard across the floor. That's it. It's over.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was rough originally, but nowadays the eShop versions and emulated versions make that all a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why it's not my number one. Actually, no, it is technically a number one. It's tied with 2 others.
No, because you got 3 left, and these are all your tops.
Wait, I got 3 left?
Yeah, you do.
Who did I miss?
Did you lose track? Okay, here's what you got left. You got Mario World, Mario 64, and New Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh, I forgot about New Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh, I don't need you to remind me, Malgadar. I got my list right here.
I have it on here, and I completely forgot that one. We got to rearrange some things. This one is...
Okay.
We're going to put this after 2.
After 2.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's easy, actually.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that. So it was like a homage to the older games. It was like, this is kind of cool. And you play 4 players, it gets very chaotic.
Yeah.
But
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nope. I like New Mario Bros. I like New Mario Bros. 2. I like New Mario Bros. Wii U. For some reason, New Mario Bros. Wii did not click for me at all in any way.
Interesting.
And I think this was right around the time I was sick of Nintendo. This is right around the time I was like, you know what? Fuck these guys. They're jackasses. They're pissing me off. No, for real, because I really started to fade out because I was the biggest Nintendo hardcore. I was Mr. GameCube and Mr. N64 and really fighting for Nintendo for a long time. And by couple years into the Wii, maybe 2 or 3 years in, I was just like, you know what, this is stupid. All the good shit's over on Xbox.
Man.
And it was just, that was when it started to really sour. Really, the only things that kept me hanging on were the Mario games at that point. God knows Skyward Sword was a giant turd, so that... Yeah. The other thing about New Mario Bros. Wii that really bothered me, or New Mario Bros. Wii, rather, it was billed as this multiplayer, fun, cutesy game, play with your friends at a party, right? It's horrible as a multiplayer game.
Oh man, it gets chaotic. It's fun.
Yeah, if you're okay with just dying all the time, sure.
Just gotta, get your young eyes up and start playing, man.
Yeah. Well, I bought it home, planned to play with my daughter, and she's just like dying all the time, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, she keeps dying. Like, I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Handicap.
Yeah, and I know there was like the bubble thing, but it was a mess. Like, they should have just left it as a single player game probably, or had like separate multiplayer levels that were designed a little more easier and a little more open, so like all 4 people could fit through areas.
I mean, it's not like you had to play the multiplayer.
Yeah, but that was why I was interested in it, because that's what they build it as, like as this 4-player, like Mario adventure. And I was like, oh, this would be great. And then it was like, oh, yeah, that's great on a stage demo, not when you're actually trying to do it.
I thought it was cool. You have to play with people at your level, or play with people who are trying to outrun everyone. Like, yo, calm down. There's definitely 4 of us playing here, and you're pushing the screen too far out. Just chill. But yeah, I thought it was a good game. I didn't have any negativity towards Nintendo. I mean, I really don't now. I just think they're stupid, but that's it.
Yeah, no, they're kind of stupid. That's a fair assessment, actually. Yeah.
Like they're not making smart decisions.
Actually, I don't want to say stupid. That's kind of an insult. They're out of touch. Probably more appropriate. They I don't know. It's like they can't see the forest for the trees. Like, I mean, all the evidence is right in front of you. What people want, And it's like, God, this little home console thing, like compared to your amiibo business and all, like. Just do what people want, and if you get beat by PlayStation or Xbox, okay, fine, whatever. As long as you keep selling amiibos, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
So.
Amiibos and Pokemon Go now.
Yeah, right? Well, I don't know if they monetize it, Chris.
Oh, no, it'll be monetized. I just don't think there's going to be a paywall where you have to pay. I think it's going to be one of those things where if you feel you need to be the very best, you're going to pay money for it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I know a friend of the show, Nicole, has been saying she's trying not to buy Pokeballs as much as possible, but she seems to be getting that itch for it. I don't know how she's running out. I got like 1 million of them things. But
I got like 70 balls, I think. It's like, how do I have so many of them?
I don't know. To catch that many Pokemon, you'd have to like break your Fitbit. Like that sucker would be like, man, you are walking too much.
Or just deal with the same Pokemon over and over again.
Or you just drive around like real slow and just keep stopping. Like, oh, that's a Pokemon.
Boulevard.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Somebody will shoot you in this city for that. Oh man.
All right. Let's continue this list.
Okay.
I have 2 games left, right?
Yes. Yes, you do. You got Mario World. You got Mario 64.
Mario 64 is the number 2 of the top 3 games.
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant because we're giving them all the same points in the final standings.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it easier because trying to pick that top 1 versus 2 versus 3, I thought this method kind of makes it a lot simpler to kind of say, well, these are the ones that are head and shoulders above the others, in my opinion.
These are the ones that I love.
Yeah.
Hold that special place in my heart.
Okay, so we got the Mario 64, the Mario World. So why World over 64? Because I'm not a big Mario World fan.
World, mainly nostalgia.
Well, at least you admit it. That's good.
Yeah. And I just go back to that over and over and over again. And it's such a nice, clean playthrough, man. The only reason why I understand people get upset is because they changed the artwork, they changed the music, and they changed some of the icons. Some of your beloved things, like, oh, why is it not a leaf? Like, chill the fuck out. It's a new game.
No, that's a problem, okay? The cape is stupid. The cape
it's a new game. Cape was not bad at all. It was the same exact thing. It was like, well, if we're going to change a new game, we're going to add this. Same with Yoshi. They added Yoshi.
Yeah. When we talk about why Mario World is still allowed to exist, even though it's really bad, the main things we talked about. God. No, it's not really bad. I'm kidding. It's
not bad at all.
It's just highly overrated, but it's still good.
You just
but its best contributions to the series are Ghost Houses and Yoshi. That's
Ghost Houses are the best.
That's how the list goes. Actually, it goes Yoshi and Ghost Houses, but you know.
And that little secret area where you could get like unlimited lives.
First Mario 1 had that. And,
yeah. You know, that seemed a little difficult.
Picking turtles on the steps, man.
Yeah, this one you just have to beat a certain area in the ghost house and poop, done. It was just like, it was just fly. That's what it was. Fly and run.
Yeah. Yeah, it just Mario World doesn't click with me for some reason. I don't know what it is. I mean, part of it's some of the weird things. Like, I didn't like the art style. Mario's mustache looks all jacked up. Some of the enemies, like the lizard things, are kind of weird. Don't make sense to me. The football and baseball players bother the shit out of me. Yeah, like
I'm not even going to try to defend that dude.
Like jumping through bars isn't bad, but it really sucks compared to flagpoles to me. And like I know there's more granularity with the bar because it's like the higher you can get through it, the more points you can get, you know, for the stars. And something about the flagpole just works though. I don't know.
It's just like dancing on poles, man. That's all you.
I guess so.
Just like my pole.
Oh boy, nothing like when one of your children is watching your stream and you know you have to, you know, pay attention to every word you say now. Hi, Eris. I was thinking about bringing her into the episode as a consultant for Mario, but I realized her knowledge of the old Mario games isn't so good. She knows the new ones really well, though.
Yeah,
this girl will tear you up at New Mario Bros. 2, let me tell you.
Those are the DS ones, right?
Yeah, she put so many hours into that one. Yeah. Yeah. So where were we? Oh, okay. So you went with World over 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they all...
Yeah. They're all pretty equal. I love 64. I thought that was like, this is the best next step for Mario. Like, it's legit a Mario game. You got the cool mansion, and then you got or palace or castle, whatever you want to call it. And the paintings are how you actually go into the different worlds. It's like, this is really cool, man. And then it wasn't just like, hey, just go into these and solve them. It was like you had to go into different areas of the castle to solve it. It's like, this is all right. This is a damn good Mario game, man. It's just as soon as I started, I was like, this is great.
Yeah. Well, here's a few things I think about Mario 64, right? One,
Metal Mario.
The Metal Mario thing was really cool, actually. It was the coolest, like, Mario adventure, right? Because bringing it into 3D, it was like you were exploring the castle and, like, this whole, like, Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, like, going into all these paintings and exploring these different, like, locales.
Yeah.
But on top of that, right, this is like the first home console game to use an analog stick. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, this is basically, we're going to teach you how to play 3D. You know? Like, because we hadn't done it before. Like, this was kind of new. You know? Now, I can't remember if there were 3D games at this point on PlayStation because I was a little late into that generation. But what I do remember is the DualShock didn't come out before the N64 controller. So they were still playing on D-pads at that point over on PlayStation.
Yeah, the DualShock came afterwards.
Right. So they didn't have analog sticks over there. So this was kind of like a new beginning for like games. And like everybody was trying to figure 3D out back then. Like that was just the way it was. Like just like everybody's going to be trying to figure out VR now. Mm-hmm. And just like everybody was trying to figure out online gaming, like a generation or two back, that's kind of just how it was. 3D was the new thing, and we were all trying to figure it out. And Mario 64 was probably the game that taught most of us how to do it, because it was really like true 3D. You were running around the camera. Like games like Final Fantasy VII, which I love, but I mean, it wasn't really like 3D, a lot of it. You know, you were moving around on like these paintings, you know. It wasn't like a true 3D environment. So, yeah. So yeah, Mario 64 really special in that regard, you know. And it kind of eased you into a lot of stuff. The early levels didn't really demand a lot of skill out of you.
No, they didn't.
Like, they gave you time to kind of just learn the basics, how to move, how to, you know, how to jump, you know, how to find things, like how to search around this 3D world, because, you know, it wasn't left to right anymore. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
Like, now you're playing a Mario game where instead of just getting from the left side to the right side, now all of a sudden it's this open space. Like, what a design challenge that had to be, right? Like, okay, now we got to create this big open space for everybody to explore. You know, like, how do we do that? What's Mario like when you're not just trying to get to the end of the stage, you know?
Not only did they do that, they had, what, 10 different objectives for each one?
6.
Was it 6? And they were all in different areas?
6 for each world. And then there was a 7th star you get in each world for the 100 coins.
Yep, that's it.
Or
was it the 8 red coins?
No, the 8 red coins was one of the 6. Yeah. It was just the 100 coins period was the secret, like, 7th star for each world. And then there were, I think there were 15 stars, if I remember correctly, scattered about the castle.
Yep.
So, yeah. A special game. I mean, I don't really know what else I could say about it. You know. Yeah, man.
It had personality, too. Like,
I was just playing it last night, so it's like all fresh in my head, too. Yeah, me and Eris were playing it. I was trying to give her some education on, you know, some of the games she missed. Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so we're going to do my list now. I'm going to start at the bottom here, so we'll work our way back up. Actually, no, let's just start at the top because my number 1 was 64, and we just got done raving about it. So, yeah, we may as well just go from there and move along, right?
All right.
So I got Mario 64 at the top. We just talked about it. I don't really see much need to get deeper into that. My number 2 might surprise you a little bit, though. No, probably won't. Mario 3.
No, not too much.
Yeah. My number 3, I guess, will, though. Mario 3, just that game was the game that really established the idea in the Mario series that, oh, hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah, Matt in the chat is asking who has the race car in the room. That's Chris.
I'm in the middle of a NASCAR track, actually.
Yeah, man, it's just one of them nights on the boulevard, huh?
Street racing all night. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, as long as nobody wraps themselves around a pole and knocks your internet out, we're good.
Oh, yeah, no, that's when I go out with guns.
You ruining the show. Yeah. Matt, we all win on the Collective Games Cast every week. Okay. Yeah, but Mario 3, I like how they established the idea that like each like world was a different thing. You know, Mario 2 kind of started to get there, but it didn't quite get there with the definition that Mario 3 did. You know, like how you had the desert, you had the water world, you had Big World, which is still my favorite of all time. I love Big World. Like, anytime I showed someone Mario 3, that was the first thing I did. We're going to Big World. Like, I'm going and getting a whistle and we're warping there because that was the thing that your friend would see and be like, holy shit, what is this game? Who is the zombie god?
Yeah, who's this Shuriken drawing?
Yeah, I don't know who you are, though. Introductions are in order. Yeah, I'll keep moving while we wait to hear more from this guy. Or girl. Zombie. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my number 3. Mario Galaxy.
I remember you raving about it, so I can't really say I'm surprised.
See, this was before my stomach turned over on Nintendo, because at this point, I still was like all good with Nintendo, and Mario Galaxy was just amazing. I was never happier than when I saw it winning Game of the Year awards, because this game's great. The only thing wrong with Mario Galaxy is it came out right around the same time as Mass Effect. That's the only thing bad I could ever say about it.
Why is he mentioning Interstate 76 again?
I don't know. This game, every week we're giving Interstate 76 free product placement. They should start paying us. I don't know who holds the rights, but we're hooking you up every week. We are now
sponsored by whoever developed Interstate 76.
Yeah. I'm sure whoever developed it's gone by now, right? Old PC game.
Yeah.
Hey, what's a show? Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mario Galaxy. I mean, we kind of talked about some of it already. It was just so brilliant what it did. I don't know. There was something I loved about it. It had. You know what it was? It was like Mario 64 with a better camera. The running in and under stuff was a little crazier, but it was basically a graphically updated, better camera version of Mario 64.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind about the developers having gone under.
No. I've heard of Activision, but Blizzard.
Wait, I got a question about this then. So if the game is Interstate 76, is the sequel Interstate 76 2 or Interstate 77?
That's a good question.
Questions I need answers to in life, Chris. These things are important. Yeah.
We're never getting that game back out.
You know what? Stranger things have happened. So I won't say it's not going to happen. Okay. All right, let me keep moving with this because I might want to see if we get some opinions from the chat here too on some of these games. Now that we got things moving over there. Okay, number 4, Mario Galaxy 2. More Mario Galaxy is never a bad thing.
Back-to-back Galaxy.
Yeah, they're both amazing games.
All right.
And you know how much I hate the Wii remote, so that's saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was good. My only real issue with Mario Galaxy 2 is it was just an improvement on Galaxy, right? And it's better in some ways. They brought Yoshi into it and the different kinds of Yoshis. And they had some different board designs and all, level designs they hadn't thought of with the first one.
Hold up. You said Galaxy 2 had Yoshis?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You see? You sleep on a game. Yeah. So, different kinds of Yoshis, too, man. So, yeah. Now, it did have the Bumblebee suit. That's a negative, because I fucking hate bees, wasps, all that shit. Yeah. Don't like it. Don't like it, man.
Oh, man.
Yellow and black, man. That's the bane of my existence. Yeah. So after that, this is the one that's really going to probably throw you for a loop, man. Super Mario Bros. 2.
Nope. Because we talked about this before. You raved about this one, too.
I love Mario 2, man.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much as a kid. I thought it was weird because it wasn't like Mario 1, and it wasn't like Mario 3. It's kind of this weird in-between thing. And as I've aged, and as the game has aged, I've actually grown to like it a lot more. I find it really enjoyable now. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we kind of already talked about the game a bit, but yeah. It just...
That's a good point, though. When I think about it, whenever I've gone back to play that game, it never felt like I was playing an old game. It aged very well.
Yeah. Jeez, I've lost my train of thought there. I was checking my Twitter account to see if I saw that message from Zombie God, but no, I don't see anything in there.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah. I don't know. Usually Twitter's not on a delay either. I hope he typed in the right thing. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Chris, so this is where we're going to part ways a lot because all of our, even though I said some of them might strike you a little weird, well, you ranked Mario Galaxy 2 really low, and I ranked it really high. But I'm going to go with, and Mario purists might hate me for this, but I'm going with Mario 3D World.
Was that bad?
Well, a lot of Mario purists aren't huge on it because it's kind of like weird in between 2D, 3D kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, I like it because it brings back the Mario 2 characteristics with like Peach flying and Luigi jumping higher. And since you don't pick things up in this one, they made Toad faster. So like he runs faster than everybody else.
Okay.
This has multiplayer that actually works, unlike New Mario Bros. Wii. Like the the 4 player is actually pretty decent. There's some boards that are like trickier than others, you know, like fall to your death platforms are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it works pretty well. You know, I don't know. I like the layout. I like that it's not super big either. You know, there's only 6 worlds, which some people would probably be all upset about. I'm not. I like this is where they introduced the Captain Toad minigame, which I love the Captain Toad minigame. I even bought the Captain Toad game because I liked it that much. Yeah. It also has like a little tracker. So in each board there's 3 green stars to collect, and there's a stamp. And it tracks if you got the flagpole, if you manage to hit the top of it, and it tracks that all in like a data sheet on the menu. So you know how obsessed I then became with trying to get every green star, every stamp, and every flagpole.
Yeah.
It became an obsession of mine to really knock that stuff out. So, yeah. I liked that a lot. So, it's really good. It's actually like if NX is backwards compatible and you get it, pick that one up. It's really good. I think it gets smashed by people a bit unfairly because of how bad the Wii U is, but it's not that game's fault. You know. Next on my list is one of your number ones, Mario World. So, this seems about right based on how I feel about the game, right? I like it. I don't think it's as good as people proclaim it to be, but it is a really solid Mario game. Some good platforming. You know, it's, I don't know. None of the level designs really strike me in any way or anything artistically about that game past the ghost houses, so, you know, I can't really speak much about that, but solid Mario. It works. You know. I don't really have much else to say about Mario World. We kind of went over it a lot when you brought it up, so there's no sense rehashing all of it. New Mario Bros. Wii U would be my next one. And unlike New Mario Bros. Wii, this one actually clicked with me. Maybe it was because it came out at the launch of the system and I desperately needed things to play for it. You know. Yeah. It just, I don't know. It worked. I liked the squirrel suit. It was kind of neat. It was like this kind of like throwback to the, you know, the raccoon leaf. You know. It just, which by the way, how does a leaf turn you into a raccoon? I don't know. Then again, I don't know how eating a mushroom makes you big, but
no, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But
anyway, yeah, we're probably like really digging into the minutia at this point. That doesn't matter.
You're tripping on shrooms. You can really, you know, get out there.
This is true. Yeah.
Yep. You don't know what you're capable of.
Oh man. Yeah, but New Mario Bros. Wii U, I liked it more than Wii. I liked the level designs a lot better. I liked the gameplay better. It felt just a little better designed overall. You know, it was the third one of these kind of games that they did, or maybe the fourth. I forget if New Super Mario Bros. 2 came out before or after it. I think they were pretty close. No, I think New Super Mario Bros. 2 was like 2011, 2012. Yeah. So it might have been before that. So this could have even been the fourth one of these games that they made. So it got more refined. It was pretty bland and heartless in a lot of ways, which is why it doesn't get ranked higher. Like it didn't really do anything that was like, wow, this is great. It just more of that new Super Mario Bros. Gameplay. And on a new console as a launch game, that'll usually get you some bonus points. You know. Next up for me is Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Oh, it's so low.
Yeah, and I feel bad about it. I do feel bad about it because it's a game I do like for what it is, but it is not really that much of a Mario game, you know? So, it's also a game I have not really felt much compulsion to go back and play. You know, a lot of these are really ranked on how much pull I've felt to go back and play them over time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And that one just doesn't really reel me back in like that. Like, because it's something very different. So, like, when I'm like, oh, I want to play a Mario game, which one should I play? That doesn't really enter the equation. You know?
Yeah.
Like, Yoshi's Island is a Yoshi game, really, in a lot of ways, to me. So I have to want to play that as opposed to want to play a Mario game. You know. And the rest of it we went over when you brought it up. So, you know, we'll keep it moving here. Next up for me, Mario Sunshine. A game that
It's actually kind of low.
Because I adored it when it came out. Yeah, I mean, it was a darling, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was part of that, like, 6-month run where we got Mario Sunshine, Metroid Prime, and then Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, you know. And that was the first of the 3 to drop. And it was great back then. But looking at it in the scope of now and compared to all the Mario games, all the water stuff is just weird, you know. Some of the worlds, like the one world you go to, the hotel, it's like really tiny, you know. Some of like the chase stars are like really not fun. Like in Mario 64, pretty much every star was a blast to go after and get. And in Mario Sunshine, a lot of them were just like, give me a fucking break, you know? Like, you gotta be kidding me. So, yeah, it hasn't aged well. The camera's worse than in Mario 64 somehow, which I can't...
I don't know how they managed that one.
Yeah, they did such a masterful job converting from 2D to 3D with 64. You would have figured, okay, the one thing that kind of sucks about 64 is the camera. So they'll probably fix it in the next one, and they didn't. You know, they did by Galaxy. It got a lot better, but it was just weird, and the camera really hurts Sunshine when you're trying to do all this like flying around with the water pack, and yeah. So it's a neat game. It's got some really cool art aesthetics. You know, like there's a lot of interesting stuff to dig there. I mean, I love like the whole like, you know, like Caribbean vibe it's got, especially like if it's like depressing weather out. That's a great game to pop in and kind of get away from it.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, it's not as good as some of the other games on the list. You know, if you're a 3D over 2D guy, you'd probably rate it a little higher. If you're a 2D over 3D guy, it probably gets pushed way down. Because I mean, that thing gets way far away from the 2D stuff.
Oh no, it's probably, besides Galaxy, it's probably the furthest away. And I think mainly the issue comes from control and camera. That's where the issue really comes from on that game.
Yeah. Okay. So second to last on the list, and it kind of kills me a little bit inside to do this, but it's the original Super Mario Bros.
It makes sense.
It's a great game, but compared to these other games,
they had a good base, you know?
Yeah, I mean they built a foundation with this game that they were able to build an entire series around, so that's good. But it's too slidey. You know, the level design isn't as good. Like there's some brilliance in it and how they teach you how to play, but it's missing some things too. So it just doesn't hold up as well compared to most of these other games. But it does better than the last game on my list, the one I just despise amongst all Mario games, New Mario Bros. Wii U. Or Wii, not the U. Yeah. New Mario Bros. Wii. Just didn't like it. Didn't like it. I want an apology from Nintendo for that game. Actually, it's the only game on this list I haven't beaten, too.
There's a lot of bias in that one, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I will. That's my opinion, and my opinion is biased, and I'm okay with that. I'm the Malgadar, and I approve my bias. Yeah. So, so give me some thoughts, Chris. I'm going to crunch the numbers here and just kind of see where we ended up.
I don't know, man. Very, very far along the lines. Then you have stronger feelings towards, what? Oh, he's talking about you hating on the game. What if the ending is the dopest ending ever? He just missed out.
Yeah, I guess I did.
I think Super Mario 2 has the best ending.
Is that the one where Mario gets to second base? Yeah.
Finally, get somewhere, man.
Yeah, he's always stranded at first.
Oh, man.
Actually, he just gets the cheek kiss, so, that's not even quite there. That's like getting a walk.
Yeah, it's hope, though, man. There's a chance.
Hope! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody in the chat just want to say anything about their favorite, least favorite? Put it in there. I'm going to start reading off some totals here, but I'm just curious what you guys like. Okay. So we got Mario Bros. Got 6 points. Mario Bros. 2 got 15 points. Remember, more points is better.
Yes.
Mario Bros. 3 got 20 points.
All right.
Mario World got 16 points. Mario World 2 got 12 points. Mario 64 got 20 points. Mario Sunshine got 8. Mario Galaxy got 16. Mario Galaxy 2 got 12. Mario Bros. Wii got 10. Mario Bros. Wii U got 7. And Mario 3D World got 8.
Well, since you did that in the most odd order, 64 got 10, right?
64 got 20.
20, yes. So they're at the top.
So 20 and Mario Bros. 3, each got 20. So they were at the top of the list. And then it was the 16s were Mario World and Mario Galaxy.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Then Mario Bros. 2 at 15. Yep. And then we had a couple of 12s. We had Mario World 2 and Mario Galaxy 2. After the 12s we had a 10, New Mario Bros. Wii, and no other 10s. And then we had 2 8s. We had Mario 3D World and Mario Sunshine. New Mario Bros. Wii U had 7, and Mario Bros. Had 6. Wow. Mario Bros. Ended up the worst.
Yeah.
Points-wise. Wow. It makes sense, though. It's so far back now and so old compared to the other games.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I could see how that would happen.
Yeah, the score is pretty damn legit.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd have a couple guests tonight and we'd get some more scores to kind of collate into that.
Yeah.
Although, then again, Mario World might have won. So, yeah.
This guy.
God knows I don't want that. Nah. I kind of thought if we had guests, that's probably what would have happened because that seems to be the one everybody loves.
I know, a lot of people like the new ones. You never know, man.
I guess it depends. Millennials can change things.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you're a millennial, you can affect change. Yeah. Yeah, no matter what system they're on. Yeah.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah. Okay.
Still, PC's better. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a system for people who aren't good at games to play on. You know?
Oh, this guy.
I'm just saying, you put your cursor over something, click it, and it dies. I mean, it
doesn't work for you, does it? Oh.
No. Nah, you know what my problem is? I need my laptop like 6 feet away from me, and then I'll be pasting people. My eyes' reaction speed don't work this close. My hand-eye is developed for, TV across the room. That's what we're going with, Chris. That's it.
Oh man.
The original Mario Party is the GOAT.
Yep.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, we got to do an episode maybe on the handheld games or just like the sports and party games.
We'll do sports and party games. I'll let you solo the handheld games.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I ain't touching it. Yeah, you know what though? I was thinking, I don't really want to get into the minutia of Mario Party 2 versus Mario Party 3 versus Mario Party 6.
Mario Party 2 was really good though.
I think what might be better if we approach that kind of episode in the future is if we do Mario Party versus like Mario Golf versus Mario Tennis and rate them as like side series versus each other.
That's not fair.
Why?
Because Mario Party wins hands down. I mean, I like the sports games. I do. Don't get me wrong. Sluggers?
Yeah, I don't know. We know. Yeah, well, I was gonna say we know Mario Strikers comes up aces.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
Mario Party was always the better one.
Yeah, I guess it depends. If you like blisters on your palms, yes.
Blisters on your palms, replacing your 64 controllers because you.
Yeah, don't play with third-party controllers. Dear God. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a better approach if we do something like that, though.
Yeah. Because
then we don't got to get into, like, Mario Tennis 64 versus Mario Tennis GameCube versus, too much. Too much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. It's our first time kind of doing, like, the rankings like that. So... next time we do one of these episodes, because we'll have to do one for another series for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
We'll try to get a couple.
Do that for Final Fantasy.
I think we can go back and do that for Final Fantasy. Yeah, because our retrospective piece was kind of different. It was just a day to talk Final Fantasy. So, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say tonight, Chris. So, no?
I have nothing else, man.
Okay. Well, it was fun. We rated the Mario games. I told you about my backslide with Metal Gear. Chris told you Elite Dangerous is still Elite Dangerous. So
yep, nothing's changed.
The thing. And Chris saved you all from me telling you a story where I probably would have went on way too long about nothing important. So... You're welcome, Internet.
I went swimming, and then it started raining. What's up with that? That was the story, guys. I saved you from that.
Nah, I was going to do the fish list. Fish have some weird names, huh? Anyway,
yeah.
Let's get out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, everybody in the Twitch chat. We're here every week on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_Malgadar. Underscore is not a word, for God's sake. If somebody ever suggests that it is, it's not a word. It's not the word underscore Malgadar. It's the underscore thingy. Yeah, let's get that straight.
The symbol.
Yeah. Yes, the line that goes on the bottom. The bottom line, Malgadar. Anyway. ASD, thanks, bro. Your sarcasm knows no bounds, sir. Anyway, yeah, check out the YouTube page. I did a million updates on there. A ton of videos went up. If you want to watch one of the old videos, because Twitch won't hang on to them for some reason, check it out over there. No Man's Sky video has been trending pretty good. We've been getting a little talk about that. Jesus Christ, where did I start, Chris? These guys in the chat are killing me. But yeah, the YouTube page, just search Collective Games Cast. It should take you right over there. There's a whole bunch of stuff added there now. And leave some comments on those videos. We had some good discussion going this week in the No Man's Sky one, so that was cool. One of the guys, Chris, told me he had tested the game and that I'm totally wrong, and it's not going to be another SWTOR. So, you know, whether or not he tested the game, I have no idea, but I don't know what he has to gain by saying it. So, you know. And it was the last thing he said, not the first thing he said after we had talked for a bit. So, you know, yeah. Yeah. Also, podcasts. Yeah. So iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all the other podcast apps. Search Collective Games Cast. Bam, you got it right there. Audio version for your ears. I always get told people love listening to it on the ride home. I think they're full of shit. I think they listen to it while they do other procreational type activities. So, you know. It's the sound of my voice, Chris. It has that effect on people.
Yo, did you see how many views we have for No Man's Sky?
Yes, I did. I've been keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
It's doing a lot better than our other videos, and I have no godly idea why. It must be Josh. We just got to get Josh back on the show. People like him. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, this has gotten weird. We're getting out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. And until next week, keep gaming.